Okay, this video is a little bit more about the vision that I had of the stars. Okay, so basically what I would see up in the sky was this. A star would be formed like here, and then the next one would get brighter, and then these two would like be the same color, and this one would get brighter, and it would just keep on going in a pattern. It made like 16 of them. And then you would see one flash in the middle, and then it would jump. It would go from there to here, and then it would start the pattern again, and so on and so on. And after it got to a certain point, it would make another one, and it would keep on making those rows of stars until a planet, I'm not sure if it was a planet or a moon, came by, and when it did, it just shot them all off into the distance and started a new row of these. And basically, the ones that shot off into the distance, when the new row would be formed, the ones off in the distance would be, it would just be a branch. It would be a smaller branch, a smaller spiral, kind of like that. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys on this basically what I think was going on. It's just a regular CD. But say this circle here is the Earth, right? Well, that's the Earth. And so how it was working was, from my viewpoint, I was looking off into this distance, right? And so I would see like a dot get formed over here, or a star get formed over there, right? So whatever energy, there was like an imbalance. So a star had to get formed over here. And now, because there's not anything on this side, the energy got transferred to the opposite side of the planet. But because now it took a certain amount of time for the energy to go there to here, it wouldn't be in the exact same spot. So now the energy has to go somewhere else, and alright, so it comes back onto this side of the planet. But now, because you have to take into account the amount of time that went by for the energy to get from this side of the planet to over here, now instead of having another star at the exact same spot, because it took that time, now it was a little bit off. And that would keep on going, and it kept on going, and it made these patterns. And it would do that, and the planet, or the moon that was orbiting around, so this could have been, it was happening, this little section that I was seeing was actually happening on all sides, but just because from my perspective I was able to see, just a little segment of it, but I could tell that there was something else, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. And so it would get to those, it would form those spirals, and then, whatever the planet or moon, which also had rings around it, by the time it came around, it would loop around, and it would shoot all of those off into the distance. It was just amazing. And like I said, they were probably about, if you held a marble on your hand, they were probably about that size, and they were golden color. They didn't look white like the stars look today. They were golden.